Welcome back. It is Friday, May 12th in the NBA. My three favorite picks are on the way. We got the Knicks and Warriors both trying to force a game 7. But first, let's recap yesterday. It was a 2-2 day, losing a little bit of juice. Derek White soars under his 17.5 PRAs. Thinks he ends with 12. But he got a little lucky that he was sent to the bench, but I don't think it would have mattered either way. Nikola Jokic, I counted it out. I went to bed after they were smoking the Suns in the third. Ended up coming back in the fourth quarter. Easily cashes over 39.5 points plus assists. And our two same-game parlays failed. Now the builders, they have been cold recently. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I mean, they've been cold, but it's kind of like if you were to flashback and our player props have been scorching hot. It's just we can't get both on the same page at the same time. Last week, it would have been the opposite. The builders were red hot and our props are kind of faltering. I think we'll get back into the groove today. We got one coming your guys' way. Now, buckle on in, guys. Come on in. Sad news. No NBA video tomorrow. Yeah, well, there is no games on Saturday, but there are games on Sunday, and technically I probably will have a video for on Saturday for the NBA. It just will be uploaded later on in the evening. There's going to be a couple Game 7s, hopefully on Sunday. I think if the Knicks win, they go to Game 7, obviously, but I think that one's on Monday, and if the Warriors win, the Game 7's on Sunday. So it'd be cool if we get 2 Game 7s. Either way, I'll do a separate video for each of them. But we do have some good news, and there's a free square, and that's live on Sleeper. Our friends there, they got LeBron James to score not 1, but 7 points. He's going to get you 7 points. That's basically a free square for LBJ. And if you are new to Sleeper, you can make sure you sign up using our code COS or the top link in the description. You get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Take advantage of it. I really like Sleeper. It's come on big into the daily fantasy world recently. They have a bunch of different dynamic payouts, a bunch of different options that other books or other like fantasy apps like PrizePicks or Underdog Fantasy don't have. I like all those apps as well, but Sleeper's pretty cool. You'll see I'll have one of those unique picks later on in this video. But let's dive into our favorite plays. Reminder, use code COS, top link in the description. You get a 100% deposit match. Let's dive into our first play, and it's a guy that cashed us out in Game 5. We're going back to him just a little bit different. Jalen Brunson over 39.5 PRAs, minus 115 on DraftKings. Now, if this line goes to 40.5, I'd play that at just 3/4 of a unit. Pretty confident Brunson gets you, with the 40 for us, he's probably going to get 41. If this line's minus 130, I'd take that too. Now, like I said, in Game 5, we backed up Mr. Brunson, and hey, he treated us nicely. And Brunson's a COS Hall of Famer. He's treated us nicely all year long. I believe 10-1 on his props, looking to go to 11-1. And if this is his final season or final game, hopefully he can get it done. Now, let's talk about this series, though, for Brunson. He's been really the only consistent factor for the Knicks. He's had 39, 37, 34, 47, and 54 PRAs. He's played 40, 39, 38, 44, and 48 minutes. And he's attempted 23, 19, 20, 21, and 22 field goal attempts. Now, I'll leave those numbers up on the screen. Let's look at the PRAs first. Sure, he went under in the first 3 games of the series, went over in the last 2. You also look at the minutes. Would it be a surprise to see, whoa, he was going under, then he saw an uptick in minutes, he started going over. Come on, that's simple math. And then we see the field goal attempts are pretty consistent. So we look at the last 2 games, 44, and then last game, 48 minutes. Tom Thibodeau said, screw resting. You're playing the whole game. And I think he's going to play. There's a realistic possibility Brunson does not sub out of this game. He could realistically play 48 minutes. And Brunson's, I think, is going to get pretty close to hitting this 40 PRAs if you're playing a lot of minutes and have the ball in your hands. Now, it is important if Emmanuel quickly does miss today. He is doubtful once again with, I believe, his sprained ankle. And I think he's going to miss. I mean, he obviously could play, but how effective will he be on a sprained ankle? And maybe we see him play and quickly takes a couple minutes, but I still think Brunson's going to see closer to 44, at least 44 minutes, maybe even 48. And look, Brunson's been the most reliable guy in the series for the Knicks. RJ Barrett, not credit to him. He's been pretty good, but we know RJ Barrett. The one thing you can count on him is not counting him. Count on him. He's very inconsistent. He'll have good games. He'll have some bad games. I like what I've seen out of him as a Knicks fan. He's played well, but he's just very inconsistent all year long. Same thing for Julius Randle. And at the end of the day, the Heat, I don't think switch up their defense a whole lot against Brunson. I mean, they still aren't going to switch Bam Adebayo onto someone else. They got Bam guarding Julius Randle. And so that leads Brunson into some pick and rolls with Mitchell Robinson or Hartenstein off the bench. And that's going with Kevin Love, who's probably the guy defending them, trying to box him out. So we look at Brunson. This is a guy that gets to his spots and knocks down his shots. Not afraid of attempting contested shots. He's been good at making those. And not a guy that's, going to take really terrible shots like Julius Randle. Randle attempts some really bonehead type shots, but Brunson normally gets to his spots. He's normally a pretty efficient guy, not a Jason Tatum master. What the hell? Jason Tatum yesterday cost us that same game, but whatever. We're not talking about Tatum here. I think Brunson gets to the free throw line. He's done that 11 and 12 times the last 2 games. I think Brunson has a big night. We'll take his over 39.5 PRAs. I'm confident he can go out there, shoot efficiently, and even if he doesn't shoot efficiently, probably plays closer to 48 minutes today. I think he has a good chance to fill out the stat sheet. Now, he could take his points plus assists, but given that he's probably going to play a lot of minutes, I'm confident he can get us, 5 rebounds, maybe even more than that. He had 9 in game 5. So we're out of Jalen Brunson to get us those PRAs. Now, for my second play, we're going to switch to the next game. I don't want to touch anything else in that Heat next game. Nope. No thanks. I'll go to this Warriors-Lakers game where the Warriors are trying to force a game 7, and we're going to go back to the well with Mr. Stephen Curry. I like his over 38.5 points plus assists, minus 120 on Bet365. You can take his over in PRAs if you'd like to. If you want to take an individual line, points is the way to go. Curry's going to need to score a lot of points to hit this line. He could get some rebounds, but I normally like to avoid him for rebounds. But I do think Curry's got a good chance getting us the points plus assists and probably get some rebounds in there too. Now, look, in game 5, we took Steph Curry, this identical prop. I think it was 37.5 then, maybe 38.5. And Curry, he didn't get it done. He had 27 points, 8 assists, 35 points plus assists, getting close. 24 field goal attempts on 12 potential assists. Now, you look closer at that game, you saw Wiggins have 25 points, Draymond Green have 20 points, and Poole played decently, 11 points. Granted, he did shoot 5 for 14 from the field. I'm here to report Draymond Green is not scoring 20 points again. If he does, and Wiggins is not scoring 25 points again, if both of those two things happen, yeah, Steph's going to go under. That's just how it works. I do not see those guys doing that again. Their lines, I think Draymond's line stayed the same. I think Wiggins' line went down. I just don't see a big night coming from Wiggins. The Lakers are going to make their defensive adjustments. They're not letting Draymond Green score 20 points on him again. Like, I'll eat my humble pie if that happens, but I think this is going to be a big-time game from Curry. I think he has to step up. Now, there might be some people that are just banking on Game 6 Clay to step up, but that man has been a borderline no-show the last couple of games. I think he had that one good game where he had 30 points in Game 2. Has not been the same since. The Lakers have made some great adjustments, really making him uncomfortable. So we see Curry probably going to play 42-ish minutes today, was on pace for 42, rest of the last 3 minutes up to game 5 when it was a blowout. So we see Curry going to be out there a lot. I don't see he's getting a lot of help from the supporting cast on the road. This just feels like a game where Curry has to carry the team. He had the usage to get there, 24 field goal attempts, 12 potential assists last game. Well, as likely as a lower scoring game, I think Curry carries the team. It's going to have to be a Curry masterclass. Hopefully we get what we saw in game 4 when he had 35 or 45 points plus assists. I think Curry can have a big night. We'll take his over 38.5 points plus assists. Go Stephen Curry. We're rooting for you. Force a game 7 just so that we can have another video, more picks to talk about. But now let's get into a bankroll builder. Let's talk about this one. It's going to be in that Lakers and Warriors game. And I'm going to keep this simple. I know the builders have been a little bit cold. I'm confident in this one, and we're talking about LeBron James and Austin Reeves, the only 2 guys we're counting on today. Now, LeBron James, we need him to do a lot, 20-plus points, 7-plus rebounds, and 4-plus assists. And Austin Reeves, we need him to get 10-plus points and 2-plus assists. Now, switching up a little bit of how we've been doing these builders, not relying on a ton of different players to do their things, really just relying on 2 guys that have decent games. Now, LeBron, if you ended with 20.7 rebounds, 4 assists, and that's all he did, people would say, dang, that's a pretty bad game for LBJ. Yeah, that's the standard we have set for him. And Austin Reeves, 10-plus points and 2 assists. I think he can do that. Now, for the people on FanDuel, this is plus 125 on DraftKings. I think it was plus 122 on FanDuel. You can take it either place. You can obviously take over 6.5 alt rebounds on FanDuel. I know they normally only have like the 4, 6, 8. You have alt rebounds in there for LeBron right now. But let's start with Austin Reeves first. And since Gary Payton II was inserted into the starting lineup, which happened 2 games ago, D'Angelo Russell hasn't played well. He's been pretty inefficient, and this has led to Austin Reeves getting those open opportunities and those open chances here. And we've seen Reeves step up 21 and 15 points the last 2 games with 4 and 5 assists as well. If you look at Austin Reeves, been very consistent, and even if the shot's not falling, we know Reeves can get to the free throw line and do his thing. He's at 10-plus points in 10 of 11 playoff games and 2-plus assists in all 11. So where he's getting those assists in an ideal world, he's dishing it to LeBron. LeBron's dishing it to him to get some assists, and we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But I think Reeves is pretty consistent here. I don't see the Warriors changing up, a ton on how they do on doing the defensive side. I think Reeves is going to get his chances to attack the hoop, get to his spots and do his thing. And I think he can certainly do that. He's going to play, 30-plus minutes, and he makes the right plays. I'm confident in Reeves. Now, the next one will be LeBron to do 27 and 4. And normally I don't like asking one guy to do this many things, but it's the king in a borderline must-win game for the Lakers. They can obviously lose this game and still be alive, but you'd rather win it at home in Game 6 than having to go on the road in Game 7 where you just lost by 15. Now, we've seen this playoffs, LeBron, 20-plus points in 10 of 11, 7-plus rebounds in 10 of 11, and 4-plus assists in 8 of 11. So he's been getting those points and rebounds. I think he plays close to 40 minutes today. The assists have been the question mark, but LeBron led the Lakers in assist chances last game. I think he had 7 or 8. teammate just didn't make shots. He ended with 3, and he's had 3 assists in 2 games this series, but feels like back against the wall, you're going to put the ball in LeBron's hands a little bit more than you would in the games 1 through 5. Feels like obviously the Lakers are going to do their thing, and we know the role player is probably going to knock down their shots a little bit more consistently at home. LeBron has had 5+ assists in all 5 home games this postseason. He scored 20+ points in all 5 home games, and though it's only one game where he didn't have 7 rebounds, that was the game he had 5 when they blew out the Memphis Grizzlies by 40. If they blow out the Warriors by 40, I'll take my L on the chin. But like, I think this Warriors team has too much leadership, too much talent to get blown out by that many points. I think they'll at least show up, put up a fight for a good majority of this game. They're not going to be like the Suns who just were no show. The Suns, man, I hate that game sucked. But either way, I think the King steps up. I think Austin Reeves does his job. We still don't know Anthony Davis, what his injury level will be, but he should be out there. I think LeBron get us 27-4. Reeves can get us 10-2. Plus 125, 5 legs. I know these builders have been cold. This one's smacking, though. So those are my 3 favorite plays of the day. Steph's over in points plus assists. Jalen Brunson's over in PRAs. And that builder. And, I haven't even mentioned it. We're going into the sleeper picks entry. Completely forgot about it. Let's talk about it. A reminder, they have that free square for LeBron. Normally just 1 point, but this one's for 7 points. I might be like, 7's a weird number. Well, they sometimes do a thing on Twitter where they say, for every X amount of likes that this gets, we're discounting a guy's points by 1. And they got a bunch of likes, and they discounted it from 26.5 down to 6.5. So if you want to take advantage of it, do that. Now, a reminder, you can sign up for Sleeper using code COS or top link in the description. Here's what I'm running with, though. LeBron James higher than 6.5 points. The bottom leg on the screen, we're doing that. It's a free square. He's doing that. Jalen Brunson higher than 39.5 PRAs. Already talked about that. Steph Curry higher than 38.5 points plus assists. And the final one, Mitchell Robinson under double-doubles, which means no to record a double-double. Mitchell Robinson hasn't had a double-double in this series against the Heat. Always a questionable mark for 10+ points. 10+ rebounds, never guaranteed for him either. It was 5.4x, but when you add Mitchell Robinson in, moves it up to 6.4x our money. Putting $20 on it to win 128. I think we had a good chance there. I love Robinson, thinks he has a good game, but double-double is pretty hard for him to come by these days. So it's 4 picks. 4 winners, hopefully, and hopefully we can cash this out on Sleeper and turn $20 into 128. If you want to tail me, make sure you sign up for Sleeper using code COS or the top link in the description. Let's have a great day. Let's go 3-0. Let's get back to our winning ways like we deserve to. And if you want to check out our MLB picks, you can definitely go check it out right there on the screen. Love you guys. Have a great Friday. No NBA video tomorrow morning. You'll have our MLB video, though. Don't worry about that. And then there'll probably be some Saturday night MLB or NBA action. You'll see some videos pop up for us because we want to get ready for those Game 7s. Hopefully we have 2 of them, but we'll see. I'll see you guys then. Peace.